You are now listening to TSLK. You are now listening to TSLK.
You are now listening to Boomtown Beats.
It's the hobgoblin, 4-5 to salt problems, you niggas not poppin'. Little nickels, the noodle knockers, hard stopping, toe tag, more stuff.
Yo, what up, fellas? What up, fellas? How's everybody doing tonight, man? Hope everybody is doing well. It's your main man checking back in the building, bro. The Shaved Lion King. And I'm here just to rap with you guys tonight, man. Have a little bit of fun, talk about a couple subjects, man. I just wanted to talk about, you know, Crip Mac, man. My man Crip Mac blowing up on the scene. All right, he's done hit his peak where he is now being publicized just about wherever you go on social media. And it's because he has a good character to him. He has a good spirit to him. And in a society like this today, man, you guys got to understand on how certain figures are being used, all right, in certain lights. And I don't want to make any light of Crip Mac as a person per se, because we gotta understand the facts about Crip Mac. He's one of these guys that's never had any kind of money in his life. He's never had any kind of wealth in his life. He's from the hood, and he's just came into all this money. He's just came into all this fame. And the reason I like to look at Crip Mac's situation and talk about Crip Mac's situation is because he just got thrown into wealth. He just got thrown in to fame. And I want you guys to understand, man, like this is like shocking. Okay. This is like, I think this is the reason why they go after certain people like this, and they give people like this overwhelming amount of attention, and they make them very wealthy. Because let me tell you something that's truly authentic about people like that is they often remain, the same character. They often remain in the same environments that they grew up in, even though they had money. And I think this is pretty funny to think about if you really think about it, because you hear back in the day, you hear people talking about like getting out of the hood and staying out of the hood and doing all this type of things, right, when they make it, right? And then yet you get these characters on social media that they put in front of us that we all know that aren't the most intelligent people out there, all right? And they've given them a whole lot of money, and they've made them famous, right? And now they're being pushed all over social media. So you got to understand, these people come from a low poverty background, okay? Probably very low education, okay? Most of the time, they probably can't form two sentences together, okay? And this is what our society likes to make famous, okay? I know you guys see this as a big trending thing, especially within the rap community and other places like this. You see this is a common thing, right? These type of people who probably are not the smartest ones out there, bro, but yet they got all of this money, they got all this power. And this is one of the main reasons I'm looking at this Crip Mac situation as I don't never want to be famous, okay? And Crip Mac is showing you why. Let me tell you a couple things why. We're going to talk all about this guy and some of the things and my opinion on it. So Crip Mac is one of these guys, man. You got to understand, he's legally declared handicapped. Okay. He has legal paperwork saying that he's handicapped. You have a lot of people out here that are taking advantage of him. Okay. He's a guy that has some good light left in him, but you can tell that it's being corrupted. Okay. This is what I see what's happening with Crip Mac, okay? Because all of a sudden, you got to think about it, what ended up happening with him. He ended up getting into some confrontation where, some people that were supposed to be his friends, some people who were supposed to be his associates, some people that were supposed to have his best interests, okay, let him, get robbed of his YouTube channel. I bet you a lot of you guys who follow Crip Mac probably don't understand that about him, that he had his YouTube channel taken away from him. Okay. And because of that, you know, he had to start completely over from scratch. And his YouTube channel that he had taken away from has well over 300,000 subscribers. Okay. And because of people who on wood could trust, okay, he ended up getting set up. Okay, this is showing you one of these main reasons why I don't want to be famous on wood, bro. Okay, because you saw it early on. You saw people taking advantage of him. Why? Because he's a person. I told you, no disrespect to the Mac. He didn't have all these good quality stand up people around him that had his best interest. Everybody kind of had a hand in his money, and you see that. Okay, you saw that. You saw him have a lot of fallouts early on, you know, in his YouTube startup career with all these different types of people. And now what you're seeing is after he's done got out of jail, you're seeing all these other problems that are starting to come with that. Okay, because now everybody out there is trying to make something off of him. This is one of these things, man, that I'm telling you guys that I just don't understand how I could deal with being famous, bro, knowing that people really don't mess with you for real, right? They don't really mess with you for real to the point, bro, where they got your back, right? They got your back. They want to look out for you to have your best interest. They're not out here trying to plan a lick on you. And unfortunately, man, like I said, because of Crip Mac, because of the situation now he's born in, because he is legally labeled as handicapped. Okay, you got a whole bunch of snakes. You got a whole bunch of suckers out here that are just flying around him, bro, like some vultures waiting to consume a body. What's funny to me is now you seeing he done went to jail. All right, he done got out of jail, and now everybody and their mama is using Crip Mac name. Everybody and their mama want to put him in a skit. Everybody and their mama, you know, want to do something for him. And when he was locked up, when he was going through these problems, when he was at his lowest, ain't nobody want to mess with him. On wood. Okay. This is what I'm saying to you guys. This is what I'm proving to you, man. This is one of these reasons why I don't want to be famous, bro. You got to understand, you're going to come with a whole bunch of fakes, bro. Society is fake, bro. Anybody out there that's chasing the money is fake, bro. They got their own agendas. Ain't nobody out there really care for you, man. And unfortunately, you seeing this with our man Crip Mac. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, deep down inside, he's a good person, despite you know him having the mental issues, despite some of the things that I want to be talking about, some of the negative things that he does. I can still see some light in our man Crip Mac. I know he's a good person. Okay, so for the simple fact that he loves to help the homeless, for the simple fact that he's always speaking, value your life. He's always telling you that gang banging is real and you shouldn't be out there doing what he's doing, and he's real. Okay, but we live in a society, we live in a culture, bro, where we like to make light of things like that. Okay, we live in America. We like to push the limits. We like to go big. Okay, we have so many gangster movies. We have so much gangster rap music. Okay, it's in our culture, and because of that, you're gonna get a lot of copycats. All right, you have people of all different ethnics, all different backgrounds. Okay, out there doing their so-called banging. You know what I'm saying? So this is something that goes over all cultures, and this is why Crip Mac, Snoop Dogg, all those type of, gangster images that they have given us, okay, on the scene have been so prevalent for so long because it's a part of our culture, literally. And this figure, Crip Mac, I got to keep it real, man. He's probably one of the best I done seen since, Snoop, and I'm not saying Snoop is all that, but I'm saying Snoop was a good rapper. Snoop was a good representation of that image. And now we got Crip Mac, okay, somebody who's younger, somebody who's got a really vibrant type of personality. And you can see that. And this is why a lot of us like Crip Mac. This is why a lot of us follow Crip Mac. But I just want you guys to understand that he is being used as a pawn in the game, just like everybody else. Okay, so don't be surprised when, everybody's done getting their shots. Everybody's getting done, getting their licks off of him, making their money off of him. They're going to pass him around, all right, just like everybody else, and then he'll be discarded. This is one of the reasons why I just want you guys to understand, man, we're not out here chasing this money. We out here with these eyes to see. We understand what's going on in society, bro. Okay, we can see this happening with everybody that we see, every representation that they put in front of us, there's always some funky stuff that goes behind the scenes, man. And you can see it start to build up as these people's careers go on. And like I said, Crip Mac, man, he's just one of these dudes right now who's being used to press a dirty agenda. And let's speak on that dirty agenda briefly. What is that dirty agenda that I'm talking about? I'm talking about the dirty agenda, okay, of promoting the SEX through the backside. Okay, we talked about how disgusting that is. We've talked about how that can give you diseases and really harm people, not as well as harm the person that you are performing that on. And this is something, you know, of a degenerate, okay, standpoint, man, where, like I said, this was learned in the corn. This was learned in all the low vibrational stuff that we consume. And it's just one of these things in our society, man, that we really need to just stop listening to. Okay, this is something that I have never agreed with and I will never agree with. Okay, I got little ones and I would never teach that to anyone in my generation or my family. Okay, that is a backwards act, bro. And they're using a figure like Crip Mac based on his intelligence level because he is legally handicapped. Okay, he has legal papers. Okay, and they're using the fact that, you know, he can get away with saying certain things because of what he's been labeled, okay, legally. And because of that, he's promoting these types of things. And this is my only negative thing about Crip Mac. Here's what I want to give you guys an example. So Crip Mac has just got out of jail, and I'm going to run some clips here in a second. We're going to talk about a couple things about Crip Mac. I'm going to say this before I move on to the clips. Crip Mac just got out of jail, okay? And he just got out of jail. He came out of jail a different person. What do I mean by he came out of jail a different person? He came out of jail no longer drinking alcohol, okay? No longer eating all that bad food that he used to consume before he went into jail, which is showing you again that there's some maturity, there's some light there. Most of the time when these people get incarcerated, believe it or not, bro, whether you guys want to believe it or not, some of the most influential, some of the most knowledgeable people that we have in our society are locked up behind those bars. Okay? We can look at plenty example of any major person that's ever been before us have been locked up. So imagine the community that is within those walls. Okay. And this is how you can tell that Crip Mac being gone and being, you know, being incarcerated for a little bit, he showed a little bit of maturity because one of the first things that he spoke on, and I'm going to get that clip for us here in a second, is he spoke on the fact that he is no longer drinking alcohol. He spoke on the fact that he is no longer eating all the fast food crap. Okay. And again, further showing us that this is something that, you know, this man is proven to us that he is a testament of what I'm saying. Okay, a good character who's unfortunately being used, all right, against people. So here's what I want to do real quick, man. Like I said, this is all positive love though, because my man, I mess with my man Crip Mac, bro. Crip Mac's a good character. Like I said, man, he's done a lot of good positive things. He's got a very good positive energy, man. And it's unfortunate that, like I said, this is what we do in our society. We're cold. We're savages here in America, bro. We make money off of people's shortcomings. Okay. This is what we do. We highlight people's things that they might be insecure and we get entertainment out of it. And this is just another example here that we're seeing with our man Crip Mac, bro. This is what he's doing. Okay. You got to understand the man is legally, bro, labeled handicapped. Okay. My man's got the tattoo across his forehead. He's got the tattoos all over his face, bro. He's got the tattoos everywhere, bro. Come on. We already know from the signs on really what it is. And then we listen to my man speak and we listen how my man talks and we understand that we're not dealing with a person here that's got all his faculties there. Okay. So we understand why he's being used as a tool like this in society, bro. We got to keep it 1,000, man. All right. This is just what it is, man. So what I'm about to do real quick, man, I'm going to play a couple little videos here on my man Crip Mac because Crip Mac is funny to me, bro. Okay, he's one of these dudes that I've been watching come along, and I just see that, you know, he could have some positive influence to the community. Because you guys got to understand, bro, regardless if you believe it or not, there's still communities out there of, you know, poverty and hoods and ghettos, and you got people who are growing up, bro, and they don't have no type of influence. They don't have no type of father figures, bro. Most of them do what we do. Okay, we look to influencers on our internet. Okay, but unfortunately, a lot of these guys, bro, are bad examples. Okay, we listen to the rap music in the modern day. We understand what the lyrics is all about. We understand, man, that these examples are not good because they're getting the crime rate up in these areas. They're having these young men line up these jails. Okay, they're having these young men, okay, being involved in all sorts of crimes. And for somebody like Crip Mac to come along and be of that old school type of swag, where it's not all about busting your blickies, it's more about get them up. To me, it symbolizes a good era. That's what we want to bring back. Okay, he says everything that he does fair, and that's why I like Crip Mac, bro. Like I said, it's why I like Crip Mac, bro, because everything that he does fair. He's a fair one, man, and you gotta admire something like that. Okay, and understand everything that we're gonna see on social media is they're gonna try to pull out the most negative aspects of what Crip Mac is. So just keep it positive, man. Understand that he's a real one, bro, and he's now being catapulted into fame, man. And we're gonna see on how fame does to somebody. We're gonna see how he handles it. So what I'm about to do right now is I'm gonna play a couple of clips here, man. This first clip, bro, it's about Crip Mac talking about why he quit alcohol, and I think this is very important for you guys to listen, because this is a guy who's been drinking alcohol. He's known from drinking alcohol, bro. Okay, this is what Crip Mac's known for, bro. He's known for drinking alcohol. All right, I almost think that the man could seriously, legitly go get some kind of alcohol deal. Okay, because he used to, you know, when I grew up watching Crip Mac, you know, he was always drinking the 40 ounces.
Yeah, the 40-ounce thieves. 15 players drunk on OE.
The 40-ounce Old English. Okay, he's always drinking that, but obviously you can tell when he got locked up and when he came out of jail, which is this clip I'm about to play, you can see a different version of Mac. Okay, like I said, there's a lot of wise people behind those walls, and I guarantee you somebody sat down and talked with him and told him, look, bro, you's about to be famous. Okay, you's about to make a lot of money, bro, and the best thing that you should do, man, is you should take away that alcohol, because that's going to be the number one way these people is going to knock you off or keep you down. That's going to be probably one of the number one things to mess up whatever you got. Okay, we got to keep it a buck, bro, because for someone like him who used to live by alcohol, live by drinking, okay, one of the number one things that he used to do, like eat, sleep, and crap, for him to cut that out shows you that there's some maturity there, and he speaks on this. So let's check this out.
But I gotta talk to him. I gotta ask him.
Adam, getting my hair ready for tomorrow.
Hey,
Ooh, 5 tomorrow.
we on stream. Hey, we just wanted to know: are we allowed to like smoke with you, or is that not cool?
You can smoke. You can smoke. I can't smoke.
Why not?
As part of the stipulations, no.
No alcohol.
No.
Can you drink alcohol?
No.
Just because you don't want to?
Huh?
You just don't want to drink alcohol?
No, I gotta drink water to stay healthy.
Oh, okay. But you are allowed to drink alcohol. You just
heard him say he got to drink the water to stay healthy. When you ever heard Crip Mac talk like that, bro? Hell, we might even be dealing with a clone. I ain't kidding. We might be out here really dealing with a clone, bro. I'm telling you guys, bro, this is really what I think it is, man. Okay, unless, like I said, he got in there and, you know, one of these wise ones sat him down and spoke with him. Maybe one of his wise OGs is behind bars and they sat down and they gave him the rundown and let him know, listen, man, you about to tap into that bag, bro. You about to tap into, you know, some funds, man. Okay, longevity is gonna be the key. You gotta be healthy. You gotta take care of your body. And now we're hearing Crip Mac in a whole different vibe, bro. Okay, we're seeing him on a whole different vibe, bro. The man just got out, man. I guarantee he already made close to $1 million. What he been out, like a week, if that, he made close to $1 million, bro. He been on so many podcasts. He been on so many different videos. And this is what I'm saying. He's one of them personalities, man, that I really like, bro. Even though we know the man ain't all the way there, he's a good person at heart. But what we're seeing is we're seeing our society do what they do best, man. So just keep your eye on Crip Mac.
Not to?
I don't, yeah.
Hey, look at this.
Ooh, that's right, Crip Mac. Neighbors.
Get my hair done up.
That's right. Get ready to fight tomorrow.
Spody Face is getting mad at us because we're talking about drinking with you.
Keep your. No, we're not drinking. Y'all can smoke. I'm drink my water.
I like it. I'll be drinking some water too.
I know that ain't more than 5 braids in your hair, though.
Oh no, 5 and 5, 10, 5.
All right.
Crip Mac,
All right.
Crip Mac, what do you think of Lush's hat? What do you think of Lush's hat?
Morning without Crip Mac.
Yeah, it's me. You know, it's naturally me. It's just how I am. You know.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna start with what I just seen, man. So, I guess you was doing a live stream.
Live stream with Dean the Great. Shout out Dean the Great. We were 55 minutes late. You know, taking care of other interviews and different things like that, you know. And he's like, hey, let's go ahead and get that out the way. I don't stern.
See, let me make a comment real quick, bro, about Dean the Great, man. Dean the Great, bro, you a sucker. I don't care if your stuff is satirical. I don't care what it is, bro. We all know Crip Mac is not there all the way, bro. We all know Crip Mac, man, is one of them special ones, bro, that we trying to protect, bro. And you one of the first suckers to come out the woodwork, bro, soon as he get out of jail, man. Want to pull a slick, want to get somebody, bro, who ain't all the way there, knocking my man out, whether it was set up or not. The simple fact that you pick Crip Mac as your target, man, says a lot about you, bro. And for the fact that you videotape that and you got something out of that, man, you really got something out of that. You really feel good about knocking out a man, bro, that's handicapped. This is what I'm talking about, man. This is the type of people that we deal with in our societies, bro. We have a society, a bunch of beta males. This is what our social media influencers are like, bro. They ain't no masculinity left, bro. They wanna take the weakest, they wanna find the weakest link and exploit the weakest link. It reminds me of what's going on in the boxing ring these days, bro. Okay, have anybody looked at professional boxing lately? Everybody want a damn tune-up fight. Why is everybody want a damn tune-up fight? Why are you going after the weak links, man? You got to keep it real, bro. And this is what I see in Dean the Great, man. Okay, Dean the Great, bro, man, you should have left Crip Mac alone, man. You should have left Crip Mac alone, bro. You ain't getting no stripes. You ain't getting no props, bro, for going in there and taking down my man Crip Mac.
I ain't never turned down a fade a day in my life. Now, what I didn't know is that cuz a trained boxer, just like Jap 5 from Hoover was a trained boxer. You see what I'm saying? Trained boxers seem to have the technique and the power. So I'm gonna get myself into some UFC training myself, get me some training going and, keep myself healthy. But yeah, we got down, we squabbled, me and Dean the Great, and I think the first round I got, thought I would have had him, he would have stayed in the same spot. See, in the county jail, you're under the kunks or under the stairs. There's nowhere ready to run. I could run you down with my power, but when you're fast like that, he was able to get out the way. I respect the man and how he did that. He was able to hit my tummy right here where my windpipe was, and I lost my wind. He hit me in the nose. My nose been fractured a couple times, and down goes crazy mad ass crap.
That's why I like Crip Mac, bro. That boy is funny, man. My man Mac is funny, bro. He's telling the truth on how it went down, okay? Here you got Dean the Great in here, bro. A professional boxer, man. This is why I'm saying I can't even respect you, bro. You get no points in this one, man. All right, matter of fact, you lost some points, bro, for going after one of the top ones. You went after Mac, bro. You should have left Mac alone, bro. You could have went after Blueface. You could have went after any of these other fools, man, but you decided to go after Mac. Knowing Mac, bro, ain't all the way there, bro. Okay, you a professional boxer, and you just sat there and just heard Crip Mac say that. You know what I'm saying? He's used to fighting people in a close quarter, straight up. Now imagine if it was something where Dean the Great couldn't run and he couldn't use his boxing skills. Okay, imagine if it was something like that. Imagine then, all right, what he would be doing. Imagine, all right, it'd be a totally different outcome on the fight. And this is what I'm saying, bro. Okay, I'm telling you guys on what what it is. Dean the Great, man, you's a sucker for going after Mac, man. But Mac, you know, he held it down. He did his thing. He made his paper, bro. And I want to play one last thing for you guys, man. That I want to play a song that Crip Mac made, man, that I was hoping, all right, that he was going to take and he was going to make something hot, make a album off of it. But it turns out for some reason, bro, that he didn't want to do that. Okay, I don't understand why he didn't want to make this album. I assume this album is tied to the channel that he had taken away from him, because all the content that all his music's on that I like is on the channel that he no longer has access to, which shows me one thing, which shows me that, apparently that he still doesn't have access, to that channel. Maybe it's something that has to do now where he's not allowed to go there and to be able to utilize his content. Okay, because like I said, he had to start over, and now his current channel, I believe, is like at 130,000 subscribers. I believe that's what it says. Yeah, 130,000 subscribers. And I'm hoping he sticks around because, like I said, he's got good influence. All right, he helps out the community. He's a good person. He's a solid one, man. But you got to understand, anything like that in our society, man, all right, there's always got to be a negative side to that. And unfortunately, in the times that we live in today, that's one of the things that's going to be highlighted about him. And I just want you guys to understand, before you start stereotyping people and start passing judgment on people, you don't know the full background. Okay, I just thought that it was appropriate to come on here and talk about Mac real quick, because he's one of these dudes. Like I said, I already know he's a good person, and I can already see on how they're using him, okay, for the agenda that they're trying to push.
Let's keep it 55 straight. On wood. I don't want to see with you sex. I just want to
On wood.
on 55 straight. I'm not interested in falling in love, girl. I just want some
On wood.
I wanna know just 'cause I just wanna 5 nights. Take it close, I'll sit. I'm a 5 show need that. Yeah, she got a juicy ass, does her, yeah. Whoa, with my tongue in your
On wood.
Yeah, non-stop. I want you 5 nights, 6 on her, busted open, fight and crap me, girl. No relationships, you my friend. I'm on you 6 on crib.
So this next thing that I want to talk to you guys about real quick, which I think is hilarious, bro. Okay, I think this is hilarious. Okay, a lot of you guys out there are under the illusion. A lot of you guys are out there under the illusion, bro, that your girl ain't no Bob. A lot of you guys are out there under the illusion, bro, that your girl is not out there hustling. Let me tell you guys something that's going on in modern day society, and has been for a while, since the conception of OnlyFans. Okay, OnlyFans has been one of these sites, man. I've never, first of all, been on it. I don't need to be on it to know about it. Okay, all I need to know is this is what they were doing on there, and I can pretty much tell you what is going to be taking place on that platform. Okay, so once the conception of OnlyFans started, I already knew what it was going to be all about. Okay, we got to think about back during COVID, bro, where people had no jobs. Okay, people weren't working, people weren't making money. Okay, you got to think about this. This is what it was. Okay, and they started creating all of these different ways for us to make money. You got to think about it. This is where apps and all that other stuff started to come in real tough. And then we had this creation of OnlyFans. Okay, and you got to think about it. During COVID was one of those times where a lot of people broke up, a lot of relationships ended. Okay, we got to think on why that is, because people were stuck inside all day. Okay, people were stuck inside, unable to work, unable to go anywhere, unable to make money. Okay, getting to know each other a little too much, seeing each other's flaws, etc. Okay, and they created this thing called OnlyFans now. Okay, and what's going on with this OnlyFans is, you got to understand, we're living in an economy, man, that is not doing too well. Okay, tons of jobs have been laying off, tons of, different things have been happening with our economy. Okay, we're in the middle of a WAR right now. Things are not going to be going so well. Okay, and over the last few years, okay, I read an article that OnlyFans has been getting gradually bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, with more new women. Okay. And I want you guys to understand something, man. We live in a society now today where people have to work to make money. Okay. They got to work, and you got to work pretty hard to make money. Money is not super easy right now. Okay. And because of that, you're going to have people out here going to do whatever they need to do to make some money. Okay. And we live in a society today where there's more single women than I've ever seen in my life. Okay, every girl that I ever meet, even if she's damn married, I always say that she's single. Okay, or acts like she's single. Okay, so for this reason, I'm telling you guys right now, and I know this is a fact, bro. Okay, because I even know some of my exes are doing this. Okay, your exes, bro. Okay, probably the girl that you probably with right now. Okay, I guarantee you, all right, has some ties to OnlyFans.
Yeah, I just got the worst news of my life. Oh my God. Oh, I've been crying my ass up. The woman I've been with, y'all. The woman who I've been with over 7 years. The whole time she was doing OnlyFans.
Okay, this is a fact, bro. Okay, what I'm gonna do real quick before I even go further, man, I want to play this to you. I want you guys to listen to this, man. Okay, because this is important. I want you to hear it from a female's mouth. I want you to hear what this woman says. Okay, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna break it down. Check.
Market has gotten so saturated, I feel, in the last year. And I feel like if you are a model, it is right now, it is really hard to make good money. Like, honestly, a year, 2 years ago, maybe like 2024 was like a really good year, because I felt it was saturated, but not as saturated as it is now. And like going viral and getting the views, which equal money, is so much harder now than it was like a couple years ago. And it's sad that like a lot of girls think that they can just like get rich quick, because honestly, every day nowadays, because there's so many girls saturating the market, so many people wanting to like influencers or girls, that it's like really hard now. And so honestly, just don't do it.
You guys see what I'm saying, man? Do you see what I'm saying, bro? Okay, see, this is what you don't understand. A lot of you guys right now, honestly, okay, if you're not somebody out there that's making a whole lot of money, okay, if you're not a guy out there, and I really mean a lot of money, man, I don't mean enough money out there just to take care of yourself, bro. I'm talking about you making enough money for you and you making enough money for her. Okay, you wonder why women are out here single. You wonder why women are out here not really looking for the relationship at this point, because this is what's going on behind closed doors. Okay, this is what's going on behind closed doors, bro. Okay, a lot of women are doing this. Now, here, you got to understand, there's plenty of different tiers. Okay, it's just like any other site. Okay, you're going to have different categories. Okay, I'm not saying your girl's on there doing nefarious things. Okay, that's up to you. Okay, that's up to you to find out. Okay, but I pretty much guarantee you, bro. Okay, if your ex is any way attractive and she's still single, all right, and she's still going out here in this modern day world paying her bills, bro. Okay, doing better than you, living better than you, bro. Okay, looking less stressful as you. You got to understand something, man. Okay, the society has returned. Okay, bro, I used to be friends with girls, okay, that I used to work with through different jobs, man, that, you know, by day they did a certain trade and by night they was dancing up and down the pole with no shame. Okay, they would tell me about it, okay, with no shame, bro. Okay, so do you think there are just women out there that would honestly actually rather would be out there on that pole in public, bro, in the comfort of their own home, okay, in front of a camera and a live stream, making thousands of dollars a night? You see, this is what you guys think is a joke, bro. You guys think this is a game. You think this is cap. That's fine that you think that way, okay? You keep being gullible. You go back to sleep. I'm sitting here telling you on really what's going on and what your ex or hell, your girl right now probably does. Okay. If you don't live with her, if you're not walking around with her 24/7 and your girl out here making more money than you, living a more comfortable life than you, I would highly suggest that you investigate, because the numbers are staggering on how many people, bro, how many women, all right, have OnlyFans accounts. Why do you have an OnlyFans account then? Why do so many women have OnlyFans accounts then? Are they just, you telling me just on there just browsing? Okay, listen, guys. Okay, I'm sitting here telling you on what it is. Okay, this is what it is, bro. Your ex is most likely on OnlyFans, bro. Okay, even if she is only on there, okay, entertaining, you know, the small portions of OnlyFans, regardless of the fact, bro, is there's staggering amount of numbers of women, modern day women, bro, who have OnlyFans accounts. And there's a staggering amount of number of women in today, bro, that are single. There's a staggering amount of women out here, bro, who have no man and originally needed a man to survive. Now, in the modern times, with all the creations of these apps, no longer are in the comfort of being in a codependent relationship with a man. Mm-hmm. Where in the hell do you think that they're getting this income from? Come on, fellas. I need you guys to think. Okay, I just played the video for you, bro. I just played the video for you.
She is not. Mrs. Strebel is a woman engaging in illegal activity on a website that is for adults only. Many teachers are struggling to get by and need ways to supplement their income. Mrs. Strebel makes close to minimum wage as a teacher, but on OnlyFans, she makes an extra $10,000 a week.
You know where it's coming from. You just don't want to admit it. You just don't want to think about, bro, that your girl just left your house about an hour ago. Okay, says she was going home and going to sleep. All she had to do was come over and drain your balls. That's all she had to do. You going right to bed. She knows you like a program. Okay, she knows everything about you. She knows when you're going to go to sleep. She knows when you're going to be in REM sleep. She know when she can sneak out the window, bro, and go dip off for a couple hours and come back, because you're going to be in REM sleep till about 4 o'clock in the morning. She going to know all of that, bro. And what she going to do is she going to drain your little balls, put you to sleep, all right? And she going to go by her business. She going to go make a couple $1,000s, all right, in 4-5 hours, all right? This is what is going on in our society, people. I'm telling you, this is what's going on in our society, man. Girls are on OnlyFans, man. Let me tell you something, man. Every girl that I met, bro, at a bar, one of the number one things that they would always try to give me is an OnlyFans. Is a Snapchat. Okay, it was always OnlyFans or a Snapchat they were trying to get me when I would talk to them. It's like, you can't even go out today, bro. Every single bar that I've been in, every single woman is literally selling themselves to you. Yeah, sure, they might come up to you and act like, you know, they like you, okay? But that's for the simple fact that they're going to be marketing themselves to you, bro, okay? At the end of that conversation, bro, you are now going to be a certified fan. You got the damn link directly to your phone from her OnlyFans, okay? You got the link directly to her damn Snapchat, okay? You got the link directly to her Instagram. You're a certified fan, bro, okay? And next thing you know, bro, you're going to be one of these people, man, all right? All up in the OnlyFans, man, all right? At 3, 4 o'clock at night, bro, watching your ex, bro, perform on OnlyFans. This is what's going on, bro. Okay, this is what's going on, man. I cannot make this up, bro. This is one of the main reasons, like I said, man, this is one of the main reasons, bro. I just don't even mess around no more, man. If a girl out here ain't on, if I don't hear something like she haven't been with a whole lot of people, or she was maybe married to one guy for like 15 years, and or maybe she's only, you know, had 2 boyfriends. If a girl don't have any other stats or something like that, bro, it is a no-go for me in 2026, bro. You guys don't seem to understand on what's going on out here, okay? It is not what you think anymore, man. Women are out here, bro, okay, monetizing what they got, all right? This is the society that we live in. You need to thank the people who are running this country, because this is what it is, bro, okay? Every single girl that I met, bro, it's been an absolute turnoff, man. I remember I met this one chick, bro. Okay, I'm driving down the street, bro. This is how you know. This is how you know, fellas. And most of us got a couple of girls like this in the Rolodex. Let's keep the facts. So I'm rolling down the street, bro, and it's a nice day. I got my windows down. I'm kind of listening to some music, bro. This chick rolls up on the side of me. She's in a convertible. Okay. It's not a super nice convertible, but it's a convertible. And she's sitting there just dancing and just looking so, you know, just seemed like she's just having the greatest time ever. And I noticed that she just kept staring at me. Now, here's something I want to explain to you guys. A lot of us will be like, man, that girl was staring at us. Oh, she must really like me. Let me tell you guys something, bro. Just because a chick is staring at you, bro, doesn't always mean it's going to be for a good thing. You could be a prey. You could be literally the prey and you don't even know it. Okay, let me give you an example. And I happen to think of myself as somebody who is not walking around looking like I'm a prey. Okay, I'm someone who looks like I walk with a whole lot of respect, and you're just not going to be coming up to me and telling me whatever. Okay, so I'm sitting here driving, like I said, and this chick was in this convertible, and she just having a ball, right? And she just kept staring at me. And I'm like, man, this chick is staring at me to the point where it looked like, you know, she wants something out of me, okay? Because listen, even a girl who's highly interested in you is not going to be overly interested, if you get what I'm saying, okay? She's not going to be out here just looking like you're the only man that she's done ran into in this huge city. And for you to think, bro, that she is Google-eyed over you and only you, bro, okay, at every single man, you know, and she's rolling around in a convertible. Come on, keep it real, bro. She done probably did that to about 100 other men. And this is what I started to think, man, when this chick was rolling up next to me. So we get up at the stoplight, bro. She literally stops her car and she tried to get out of her car. All right. On everything I love. We stopped at the stoplight. She looks at me through my window down, tries to get out of her car. She almost got out of her car, got back in her car. So she was going to try to hand me her cell phone. And she told me to put my Instagram into her phone. That's what she told me to do. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, why in the hell would I do that? And she was like, okay, never mind. Let me just give you mine. So I said, okay. So I'm sitting there and she tells me her Instagram. I'm like, okay. She's like, add me. And I was like, okay, cool. She goes, add me and message me later and we'll talk. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm not even attracted to this girl. She had some assets. She looked like somebody that was obviously been out in the streets before. Okay. She looked like someone was obviously, was professional and knew what she was doing. So I end up adding her Instagram. Okay. And I added it blindly without checking it out, without doing nothing like that. So I get home. Okay, about an hour later, I get home. I get on the Instagram because she told me to message her. So I get home, I get on the Instagram. As soon as I open up her Instagram, you want me to tell you what her Instagram was all about? Her Instagram was a private Instagram, first of all. Okay, it was a private Instagram, bro. And as soon as you get accepted to click on her Instagram, bro, it was really her. This is what I want you to understand. It was really her because this is the first time I ever experienced something like this, where a woman literally was hunting me as prey to set me up in a spider trap to what she had to offer. Okay. And let me tell you, this is how most of y'all out there think you the man. I know this is how most of y'all done got caught up. Most of y'all got somebody on your roster like this right now, and you done probably ran and you probably think you the man, and you don't understand that this girl does this for a damn business. Okay. So this, like I said, I get on there and I'm looking at the damn Instagram, and all the Instagram is her just bending over in the most ridiculous positions, bro. She had these big, huge double D's, and she was just squeezing them in the most ridiculous positions. And it was, and everything, that whole Instagram that she had was set up to entice you to get into her DMs, to text her so you could meet up with her, so you could end up either paying for something. Okay, that's exactly what it was, bro. And this is what most modern day women, bro, I'm telling you, bro, the ones that you're meeting out at the clubs, listen, man, I'm telling you fools right now, bro. Okay, I don't even care if they're in college, bro. You got girls in college that are doing the same thing, bro. This is no cap, man. This is the society that we are living in right now, bro. This is going to be most of the women out there, because you got to understand, man. You got to understand, man, things is not easy out here. And you just heard a woman tell you on, how much greater of a gathering now that OnlyFans has. Okay. You got people out there really trying to make that money. And this is what I'm telling you guys. You guys think this is a joke, bro? Keep thinking that girl you just met is not on OnlyFans. Keep thinking your ex, bro, who all of a sudden out there doing better than you, bro. Okay. Got a better house than you, got a better car than you, bro. Okay. Keep thinking, man, that she not on there selling some. Because I'm telling you, they have made this something, man, that is, accepted by society. It is promoted on most major news platforms, bro. Every single article is something about an OnlyFans girl. So what does that mean? That means it's getting publicity. That means people who don't even understand what OnlyFans is checking out OnlyFans. Okay. And there's new people being subscribed there every single day. And eventually what this is going to turn into, like I said, this is going to be turning into, pretty soon meet and greets. Okay. This is going to become another corrupt way, another corrupt porthole, bro, to, prostitution, man. Okay. This is what we're living in. And I just want you to understand this, in case you're delusional, in case you're out here and you can't keep it real with yourself, and you really honestly think, man, that some of these girls that you're dealing with right now, you honestly think right now, your ex right now, bro, who is out there really doing the damn, she's a single person out there really doing the damn thing all by herself, is not on one of these apps doing anything extracurricular. You're the one who's delusional. And again, I'm not sitting here passing a judgment. I just think it's something that you should know. Okay. Because a lot of guys out here are oblivious to this, man. A lot of the guys out here, you would be shocked, bro, to go home and randomly be on OnlyFans and scroll across someone that you know who you would probably absolutely never believe would ever do something like that in a million years. And little did you know, man. Okay. It was somebody that you knew. Okay. Little you know, you're going to run across your ex. Little did you know, you're going to run across something that you're going to see that's going to blow your mind, because I'm telling you, this is what's going right now. This is what's going on right now in 2026. I told you guys, man, it's going to become a time now, man, where everything is going to have to pay for. You guys, this is what we asked for. This is what our actions asked for. Even though we think we're doing the right things by ignoring it and walking away and becoming our best version at the same time, that need and that business is never going to stop. It's going to keep continuing to do what it's going to do. And eventually it's going to come a time, man, like I said, or that's going to be the standard. All right. And this is the society that we're going through. And I just wanted to encourage you guys, man, look, keep doing your thing. Understand, man, that there's not a whole lot of options that we can do right now. Okay. And if you're one of these people out here who is looking for that, understand this is not the time for that. All right. This is not the time for that. This is the time for you to be, figuring out different ways and hustles to, create income and create businesses in an evolving world where it's going to be, almost overnight, moving away to a cashless society. Okay. And to a digital society. Okay. That's what we should be focused on as people. Okay. Making a solid foundation for us to live, man, and stop thinking what our Lord have. So when we do and we're able to finally support something like that, it's going to be something that we're going to invite. All right. It's not going to be something that we're going to look at as something that's going to, be a liability or a cost to us, because we're going to be ready for that. And I just fully believe that this is the time, man, that we need to be doing that as men. Like I said, guys, this whole thing, bro, about women and the men out here who fully believe that their girls are not OnlyFans, their ex is not OnlyFans, okay? The women that they're going to these bars, these women that they are meeting at the mall, these women that they're meeting on the dating apps are not on OnlyFans, okay? These beautiful women, bro, who, live and pay their own bills in a society like today where everything's super expensive, bro, it's only common sense. It's only logic, man, that this is what is taking place in 2026, bro. And for you to go out here and to believe that you're going to get a girl that's innocent or any type of experience with something like this, it's just completely delusional. Okay. And now you understand on why society is going the way it is and the way it's going to keep going the way it is. Okay. Like I said, I worked with all women, man, and they were pretty open about the things that they do to get money. Okay. And you'd be surprised, man, on, the things that they did and the things that they weren't proud of. So I know for a fact, okay, behind closed doors, that these very women was doing that, because at the end of the day, nobody wants to do that. Nobody, if you could do something in the comfort of your own home and not have to deal with these greasy, disgusting, infested people in the outside world, I'm pretty sure that's something that you were going to do. Now, on the other hand, man, you got to keep it real, bro. Who knows what people are going to do in this society. On the other hand, man, if you do have, someone that you care about, that would be something you guys could look into if that's what you wanted to do. Okay. But in any other reason like that, if it's not to support, myself or my family, okay, it's something that I would stay away from, man, because, at the end of the day, there's going to be a lot of guilt. There's going to be a lot of shame that comes with that. And it's just something that I wouldn't recommend doing. But again, I can't put myself in the shoes of most of the people out there who are going to experience this type of lifestyle. And I just hope that people out there understand, man, that, there's better choices for you to do. Okay. There's better things for you to do. I would just honestly stay away from this, man, because like I said, it's a gateway that leads to destruction. Just like the corn. Okay. It becomes extremely addicting. Okay. Only except on this site, you're going to be spending way more money. Okay. Not only are you going to be wasting your seed, you're going to be wasting your money. Okay. And all you're doing is, at the end of the day, causing yourself harm. So that's all I wanted to talk to you guys about as far as the OnlyFans. This last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, man, is you got to understand, man, semen retention, bro. We talk about semen retention a lot on this channel, man. I'm slowly starting to, kind of like get off of the pedal. Okay. I'm starting to, ease up on the brakes a little bit, because I still understand that there's a lot of people out there that haven't gone very far. I understand that there's a lot of people out there that still have not gone on any kind of journey of significance. And they don't seem to understand, man, once you start building your seed, bro, you start to understand on what the game's all about. You start to understand the value of it, because when you start to have things like wet dreams or maybe a setback like a relapse, you start to really feel the impact, okay, of you wasting your seed. And I want you guys to understand something, man. All right. The whole thing to be with women until you're a master of yourself. Okay. The whole thing to be with women is to waste your energy. Okay. Because you got to understand, we're inexperienced at this point in life where we can't be with a woman and not lose our energy. Okay. And you got to understand, she's going to be willing to take that energy. So it's not like she's going to help you out. It's not like she's going to say, okay, I don't want your energy tonight, or I'm not going to take this energy that she's going to give to me, because at the end of the day, we already talked about all the compounds and the different stuff inside of semen, man, because she's going to benefit off that either way. That'd be like me, turning down, a Dutch master rolled up with some honey, okay, with about 4 or 5 grams rolled up in it, you know what I'm saying, and turn it down, okay? You're not going to do that, all right? Listen, man, the thing with us men, you got to understand, bro, the consequences come for us, bro, because when we release is our problem. And when we're out here in these, messing around in these streets, out here trying to be with these different girls, bro, this is where it becomes a huge problem. At the end of the day, man, all you're going to do is when you get into these relationships is lose your power, is lose your seed. Okay. This is where we got to start really taking responsibility of the decisions that we make. And what that's going to take is going to take an extreme amount of awareness, bro. You have to do this, man, especially moving forward in 2026. You got to start understanding, man, that every single time, man, that I decide to do this, I'm the one that's losing, bro. I'm the one giving away, because I can't control myself. I'm the one letting somebody else level up on my energy. Listen, man, when I started holding my seed, bro, I saw a tremendous level up in my life. When I had those few wet dreams on my semen retention long streaks, every single time I had one, bro, I felt a significant energy loss. Okay. When I came off my recent streak, I felt a significant energy loss. I saw on how this cycle, bro, can continue to repeat itself, man, just because I slip up one time. Okay. Just because I decided that, I'm just going to indulge in this one time. We got to understand, man, that we got to start making goals. Okay. We got to start making long-term goals on the things that we want to bring into our life, the things that we want to manifest. And you can't do that without sexual energy. This is why I press it so hard. This is why it's so serious. This is why it's a non-compromisable, agreement that you're going to have to make with yourself. Okay. Because you don't understand. Okay. You really don't understand. Okay. This really takes a long time for your body to make. Okay. And the minute that you release it, now you got to understand that you've gone in a hole. And you don't seem to understand that when you get with a woman, bro, okay, this is the whole reason why that transaction is even taking place in the beginning, because someone's going to get somebody's energy. Okay. It's a sexual energy exchange. And the awareness that we got to understand as a man is we got to understand that until we master ourselves, bro, we're going to be a loser every single time. Okay. This is why I say that common sense has to kick in at some point, fellas. At what point do we rationalize, okay, the need to have a girlfriend, for relationship, okay, let alone a marriage, because a marriage is going to be more draining in way other different aspects of your life other than just the sexual energy exchange. This is what I'm talking about. This is why we do what we do. We're not up here just talking out of our mouth. We're not up here making things up. We're not up here being nerds and weird. No, we're up here being smart, bro. And it shows, because now look what we're doing. Look at how our lives changed. Look at our outlook. Look how we're protected. Look how we have the knowledge. Look how we're benefiting from all the stuff that we're keeping into our bodies. Okay. And now we're making strategic moves on the different things that we're going to do in our next blueprint for our next motion and timeline in life. This is what we're doing. And this is why we talk about retention. This is why I'm trying to get you guys to understand, man. This is why we are retaining. This is why we're doing what we're doing, because you're seeing on what it is. Nothing out here works, bro. Okay. Nothing out here works without you. Okay. No traps. Okay. Nothing she does. Okay. She can't control you. Do you understand that, bro? Do you understand what kind of power that you have as a man until you actually go and hold your energy, build it up, okay, transmute it, and really be able to use this energy for your own higher good. Until you actually do that, bro, you're not going to understand on how important it is. You're going to understand on every single time that you do that, it is robbing you. I'm not telling you you can't do it. What I'm telling you is we need to learn how to, first of all, we got to learn how to moderate, okay? And then we got to learn how to master our energy. And until you master your energy, bro, it's just best to bow out of a battle with a woman. Okay, I'm not saying she's better than you. I'm not saying that she's tougher than you. What I'm saying is every single time that we do this, fellas, okay, we have no choice but to submit. We have no choice but to give our power up, okay? And most of you guys are doing it to no avail. And we're in a time now, man, like I said, man, we need masculinity more than ever, bro, okay? We need it. We got guys out here talking about they don't need a beard. Do you understand the society that we live in? That's what's the number one distinction that separates you from a female. And you're talking about you don't need it. When women tell you that that's one of the number one things that they want on a man. You guys fail to understand that we live in a society. We have so many different genders these days. That is imperative for us to be who it is that we're supposed to be, which is men, which is real men. And real men are going to walk around with testosterone. Real men are not walking around off the TRT, bro. Real men are not walking around off the SARMs, bro. Real men are walking around with their own natural tea. Real men are walking around with their own natural beard. Real men are walking around with their own natural mane. Okay, real men are walking around with their own natural swag. Okay, I'm not out here chasing and acting like nobody. I'm being a real leader. I'm walking my own path. That's what we need. Okay, and this is why we're going to continue to do retention, bro, because it's going to keep us in the right path. It's going to take us directly where we need to go. I'm living proof of that, you guys. And you know this, man. Everybody out there who practices knows this. Okay, we understand that it's important, bro. How important do we understand? Because if you're just going to go out there and you just want to bust one for free, I already told you, go make an investment. But you don't hear me though. You want to keep showing the ignorance. You want to keep showing the degeneracy. Okay, there's no point for you to be doing that. When you go lay with a woman, all you're going to do is donate your energy. So why not go donate your energy and make some money? Why not go donate your energy and make some money? Why are you going to go donate your energy for nothing? This is what I'm telling you guys. This is what I want you guys to be aware of. Unless she's the one. Unless she's the one, you have no business out here doing what you're doing. Okay? Because like I said, we've talked about how you're just going to be used. Okay? You're the person who's being consumed. You're the person, bro, who is providing the entertainment. Okay, you are the Super Dave Osborne, bro. You are the Captain Kirk. You are the simp, bro. You are the beta male. Because you're out here tricking off your energy. You're out here tricking off something that's more valuable than money. Okay. And this is why they keep laughing at you. This is why they keep stealing your glow. This is why the women keep leveling up, because you keep giving it to them for free. You keep thinking it is a worthless substance when I just told you it is literally liquid gold with so many medicinal compounds in it, bro, that you could open up your own pharmacy, but you still think it's a joke. Okay, you keep playing with your seed, you keep being a joke, and people are going to keep using you, and you're never going to be able to get your energy where you need to be, and that's a fact. So you guys keep retaining your seed, you guys keep doing what you're doing. So I appreciate all you guys that came up in here. I'm about to get up out of here. You guys have a good rest of the night. I'm going to talk with you guys on the next one. You guys stay safe out there. I love you guys, man. Peace, fellas.
Never forgetting from where I came. I'm riding around the city with my hood on and my windows down. I'm not pull up in something new and walking by.
Will not stage completed. Even if I must sacrifice my life.